You thought Cartoon Network was just innocent cartoons and childhood nostalgia? Wrong. Dead wrong. Behind those colorful animations lies a corporate empire built on stolen ideas, destroyed careers, and secrets they bury deeper than any cartoon grave. Your favorite shows? Stolen. Your childhood heroes? Blacklisted. Those missing episodes you swear existed? They're locked in a vault labeled too dangerous. This is the real story of Cartoon Network, the story they never wanted you to discover. October 1992, Turner Broadcasting launches Cartoon Network. Family entertainment? That's what they told you. But leaked documents tell a different story. Turner executives weren't building a network, they were building a weapon. Target? Disney, Nickelodeon, every competitor in the animation wars. One memo reads, acquire intellectual properties through aggressive negotiation. Translation? Hunt creators like prey. Destroy anyone who stands in our way. First victims? The legends at Hanna-Barbera. When CN bought their catalog, they didn't just buy shows, they bought silence. Forever. Veteran animators forced to sign NDAs so brutal they couldn't even discuss their own life's work. At industry events, at family dinners, anywhere. But this was just the warm-up, because Turner had bigger plans. Plans that would shatter lives, bury masterpieces, and create the corporate monster you grew up watching. 1996. Betty Cohen becomes CN's general manager. Her mission from Turner? Simple. Create content we own. Completely. Problem. The best creators had deals elsewhere. Solution? What insiders call the acquisition strategy. Steal talent, lock them down, strip their rights. Craig McCracken created the Powerpuff Girls. Thought he'd made it. Then he read the fine print. CN didn't just own the girls, they owned his imagination. Any character he'd ever create. Any concept that entered his brain while employed. When McCracken tried developing other projects, legal threatened breach of contract. The man who gave CN one of their biggest hits became a prisoner of his own success. Genndy Tartakovsky had it worse. After Samurai Jack exploded, executives demanded a toy-friendly franchise universe. When Genndy said no, mysteriously excluded from meetings. About his own show. 2003 leaked email ensured creative compliance through budget restrictions. They starved him out. Drop a fire emoji if you're starting to understand why your favorite creator suddenly left CN at their peak. Because what I'm about to show you will destroy everything you thought you knew about these shows. Here's what they never told you. For every show that made it to air, dozens were buried. And here's the part no one online has ever connected until now. 1995, Dexter's Laboratory Plot. But not the Dexter you remember. The real Dexter uncovered corporate conspiracies, exposed pollution cover-ups, questioned authority figures. Sounds dangerous? Executives thought so. Too mature, too political. By air date, Dexter had been neutered into harmless science fiction. Johnny Bravo's original concept? A savage takedown of toxic masculinity and media manipulation. Early episodes showed Johnny as advertising's victim, desperately chasing impossible standards set by commercials you were watching. But focus groups revealed something terrifying. Kids were getting it. They started questioning the very ads CN sold between episodes. Emergency rewrite. Johnny became a harmless buffoon instead of a cultural critic. How do I know? 2019, former CN archivists leak everything before vanishing from the industry. These documents prove CN maintains Vault 7, buried content too dangerous for your eyes. One 1999 memo survived redaction. Content encouraging critical thinking about media consumption must be flagged for burial. Our advertising partners have made concerns clear. What else is in CN's secret vault? I've got the inventory list and it's insane. Should I risk everything and show you what they're hiding? Let me know if you can handle the truth. By 2001, Cartoon Network wasn't just a TV network, it was a battlefield. And the war wasn't just about ratings. It was about control of an entire generation's childhood. Enter Jim Samples, Betty Cohen's replacement, with a very different vision. While Cohen wanted creative control, Samples wanted something more valuable. Data. Specifically, data about what made kids consume, buy, and obey. Internal studies from 2002 reveal CN was conducting psychological research on children through their programming. Shows were designed to test attention spans, measure brand loyalty, and identify influence triggers that could be exploited in toy marketing. Ed, Edd n Eddy wasn't just entertainment, it was a social experiment. The show tested how children responded to different forms of entrepreneurship, materialism, and peer pressure. Focus groups watched episodes while connected to biometric monitors measuring heart rate, eye movement, and stress responses. The goal? Creating what internal documents called optimal consumption patterns in developing minds. Each show became a laboratory for behavioral modification techniques later used in advertising campaigns. But everything changed in 2007 when Stuart Snyder took control. Snyder didn't want psychological influence. He wanted complete cultural dominance. His plan was simple: flood the market with so much content that CN became synonymous with childhood itself. The result was CN City, CN Real, and a content explosion that prioritized quantity over quality. But behind the scenes, something darker was happening. Snyder was systematically eliminating anyone who remembered the network's original creative vision. Between 2008 and 2010, over 200 veteran animators, writers, and creators were either fired or forced to resign. Those who remained were required to sign new contracts with even more restrictive creative clauses. One leaked email from Snyder to his executives reads, "We need to ensure that nostalgia for classic CN doesn't interfere with our current strategic objectives. Past creators represent a potential threat to our messaging consistency." Did CN deliberately destroy its own legacy to maintain corporate control? The evidence is overwhelming. Are you starting to see the pattern? Because it gets worse. By 2015, Cartoon Network had achieved something unprecedented. They had erased their own history. Official network histories omit the creator conflicts, the buried pilots, the psychological research, and the systematic elimination of dissenting voices. Under Christina Miller's leadership, CN implemented what they called brand heritage management, a sophisticated PR campaign designed to rewrite their corporate history. Any mention of the network's darker practices was systematically scrubbed from official records. Try searching for information about CN's psychological research programs. You'll find nothing in official sources. The documents exist only in leaked archives and anonymous industry testimonies. Former employees who speak out face legal consequences. NDAs signed in the early 2000s included clauses that allow CN to pursue damages for brand reputation harm even decades later. In 2018, a former animator tried to publish a memoir about his experiences at CN. Legal action from Warner Brothers, CN's parent company, shut down publication before the book reached stores. Copies that had already been printed were recalled and destroyed. Social media posts from industry veterans that reference CN's buried content regularly disappear. Twitter accounts that shared leaked documents are suspended for copyright violations. YouTube videos analyzing CN's corporate practices face sudden demonetization. The message is clear. Cartoon Network's official story is the only story. Question it and face the consequences. But here's what they can't erase: the truth. And the people who remember. Because some of us are still watching. Some of us still have the documents. And some of us refuse to let them bury the real history of childhood's most influential network. The Cartoon Network you grew up with was never what it seemed. Behind every beloved show was a corporate strategy. Behind every creator was a contract designed to control. Behind every childhood memory was a calculated attempt to shape your mind. But CN isn't the only network with dark secrets. Because while you were watching cartoons, other corporate giants were conducting their own experiments on young minds. Next week, we're diving into Disney's real history. The secret experiments, the buried footage, the creators who tried to warn us and mysteriously vanished from the industry. And after that, Nickelodeon's psychological warfare programs that make CN look like amateurs. This is just the beginning. The animation industry's darkest secrets are about to be exposed. If this opened your eyes to CN's real history, smash that like button and subscribe for more corporate conspiracies that they don't want you to know. Share this video before it gets taken down, because they're always watching. And remember, question everything, especially your childhood.